This is my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for January 17th, 2024. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. So before we get started, guys, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. Guys, if you haven't downloaded Whatnot yet, go ahead, there's a link in the description box below. It's absolutely for free, and when you sign up using my link, you will get a $15 credit off of your first purchase. So whether you're a collector of comics, slabs, freaking sports cards, Hot Wheel cars, all that other stuff, guys, you can use that $15 once you win that first auction. So congratulations in advance. You just saved yourself $15. Check out Whatnot today. All right, so here we go. The book that's on the hot seat. It's another Spider Family book. This one goes to Jackpot, issue 1. So Mary Jane's a superhero now. She's got suits, she's got powers and everything else. So we're gonna see what happens. This is her first solo story since she has been a superhero. I mean, I don't know what to expect, right? Like, what kind of superhero is she gonna be? How long is she gonna have these particular powers for? Is it gonna be just through the gang war? Is it gonna be through all of Marvel time? I don't know. This is something that's really gonna be on the fence for me. Am I against her being a superhero? No. Maybe then she'll be actually able to date freaking Peter Parker again, if that's the case, because that was always the issue before, right? So, I don't know. This book is 28 pages, $5. We'll see what happens with it. The book that's on the rise was Miguel O'Hara's SpiderMan 2099. So, this book is basically a 4-issue miniseries, but it's like solo stories. It's not like last year where they did new issue 1s for basically a miniseries. This time they're actually labeling it this story arc, but it's one-shots. All right, I'll stop rambling on about that. So this is issue 3. I think this is a weekly series, and it looks like this time Spider-Man 2099 is going to be doing battle against Werewolf by Night 2099. So again, take it for what it is. The first issue that came out, he was dealing with a zombie situation. The next one I think is Moon Knight, which is this week, and then next week is going to be this werewolf thing. I'm on board with it, man. Legacy numbering 100. Don't forget that, guys. 28 pages, $5. Coming in at number 10, we have X-Men. This is issue 30. So we're going to have the High Evolutionary come into play here when it comes to the X-Men. Even though the X-Men are dealing with the whole Orcus situation and them like being casted out and whatnot, there's other enemies that are coming out of the woodworks to take on the X-Men, to take care of their darkest moments in time, right? To try to take them out. So we'll see what happens. I haven't seen the High Evolutionary in a while. I think he's a kind of cool character. This one is 28 pages, and this one is $4. Moving on to number 9, we have Rootin' Tootin' Superman. This is issue 10. That's where he is, man. He's in the freaking Wild West, right? Somehow he's with Marilyn, what's her name? Marilyn Moonlight. And why they're in the past, I don't know. There's this, at the end of the last issue, we wound up seeing Superman in the Old West and whatnot. This is something that's way out there. So, yeehaw, let's get on your freaking horses and let's go ahead and do some line dancing with some Superman. That's right. We got Legacy 853. We got 32 pages for $5. All right, here we go. Moving on to number 8, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 42. Once again, gang war continues. It just says here that the Beetle has stepped up in her father's absence and she's become a very different Janice Lincoln, which is true. She's definitely gotten a taste of what it's like to be a gang war leader, and she's trying to take over all the turf that she can possibly take, and we wind up getting to see her do battle against in the last issue, the Rose, okay? And they're battling each other. And then at the same time, you wind up seeing Kingpin and Tombstone battle each other as well. What is going to happen with all this gang war stuff? Who's going to win all the turf? Who's going to lose? The big thing is what are going to be the ramifications of everything, if anything at all? Right now, this series for me is like just below it's like a B- material for me, because I felt like the first strike was really, really good. Lots of character emotions, and now it's just about fighting. I need more than fighting to make this a really good Spider-Man event. So we'll see. Legacy 936, 28 pages, $5. Moving on to number 7, we have G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue 303. So we have Dr. Mindbender and freaking Serpentor have become like these zombie guys in this explosion that happened in this island, but they're still smart, and they're trying to lead their own cast of army to go against like Cobra Commander and G.I. Joe and everything else. It's different. It's not what I expected from G.I. Joe. Like, I wanted traditional G.I. Joe, not a zombie book, but hey, nevertheless, it's still fun. It's still action. I love seeing all the different types of characters. I'm just not sure where they're going to go with it. So this one is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Moving on to number 6, we have World's Finest. This is issue 23. This is the rise of Magog. So we wind up seeing Thunderman, Boy Thunder, whatever he is. He's becoming something much more in this world. It's been a very good series overall. I'm not too familiar with the whole Kingdom Come stuff, but he's rising to power, I guess. So I guess maybe I should read what happened in Kingdom Come, because I just never did. So I feel a little bit lost in certain aspects of the story, but it's been good seeing this other version of the Kingdom Come Batman and Superman come to grips that the Batman of main Earth are logical, and they understand that this is something that's very bad and they have to stop whatever's about to happen. 32 pages, $4. Moving on to the top 5. Here we go. The Invincible Iron Man. This is issue 4. Tony Stark is going to need much more than armor to defeat Orcus at this point, okay? He's going to team up with freaking Forge, and also Ironheart, so he can build this army to stop them. I feel like Iron Man is a major player in the Fall of X stuff, and to defeat Orcus, in my opinion here. I think this whole book is based off of the Fall of X, and I'm excited for it. This has been a nice surprise. I didn't think the series was going to lead into all this. I never thought he was going to marry Emma Frost. Whether it's going to be a permanent marriage or not, it's still yet to be determined, but overall, it's been a great book. This is legacy numbering 664, 28 pages, $4. Moving on to number 4, we have the Deviant. This is issue 3. So the Christmas murders continue in this series. We wind up seeing the guy that's in jail that really didn't do the murders, right? But they think that he did. And now it looks like we're going to talk to the freaking police officer that was involved in the whole situation back in 1972. He took a fucking axe to the head, and he survived. So he's going to live to tell his story. So we'll see what happens there. This has been pretty good so far. This is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Top 3, getting closer to number 1. We have Avengers Twilight issue 1. So this is a story about, you know, Captain America is no more, but Steve Rogers still exists. It's like the heyday is over when it comes to the Avengers, and now there's something bad that's about to happen. And what's going to happen? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to make like old man Avengers come back and save the day? Is there going to be like a new team? I really don't know, but this is obviously the twilight years of the Avengers. This could be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. I think Chip Zdarsky writes this one. I could be wrong. 48 pages, $6 comic. Number 2, we have a new story arc in Kill Your Darlings. This is issue 5. This has been a nice surprise about this young girl who obviously loved to draw. She was in an imaginative state, and then one day her freaking paintings wound up coming to life, and it creates a portal to go to a different world. Her house wound up going burnt down. She wound up getting sent to a loony bin because people didn't believe her story. And now these people wound up coming back years later when her house was, you know, burnt down and rebuilt into a video store, and going back to the place where she actually drew this, and this place wound up coming alive, and she goes to this world, and one of her best friends winds up getting taken by a much darker force, and that world is being threatened to no longer exist, and it's her job now to kind of save it. Like, she's the queen of this world. So very interesting story, great character beats, emotions, all that stuff. Love this book. It's a 32-page comic. Guess what, guys? Another $4 comic. It's a great week. There's just a lot of freaking comics. All right, guys. So don't forget, after number one, we're not done, as we have those noteworthy comics to talk about. And our number one comic of the week, or most anticipated comic of the week for me anyway, is Cobra Commander issue 1. It's finally coming out. I am so excited for this mini-series premiere. Don't forget, it's not an ongoing. We're going to get to see more of Cobra Commander. We're going to see how this ties into the Energon universe. If you guys read Duke issue 1, you got to see kind of like the crossover there. I don't know how this is going to connect, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I want to know a lot more about Cobra Commander. I want to see if they involve his Cobra Law stuff in here, because if you obviously watched, you know, G.I. Joe, the cartoon, you got to see where Cobra Commander was from before he was in charge of Cobra. So I don't know if it's in between that or whatever, but I am definitely looking forward to this. This is a 40-page comic. This is $5. Here we go. Noteworthy comics. We're kicking it off with Marvel Comics. We have Fantastic Four. This is issue 16. Next, we have Daredevil. This is issue 5. Followed up with Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 10. Then we have Black Panther, issue 8. A really good series here. I definitely recommend it. This is Capwolf and the Howling Commandos, issue 4. For the Star Wars fans, I'm going to list one Star Wars book here. This is Bounty Hunters. This is issue 42. Now we move on to DC Comics. We have the continuation of Nightwing, issue 110. I don't know what's going on with this whole cat situation. Then we have Titans, issue 7. That might add more to the whole Beast World story. We have the either love it or hate it Wonder Woman, issue 5, written by Tom King. We have Catwoman, issue 61. Next, we have Superman Lost. This is issue 10. Then we have Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong. We're on issue 4. And then we have Green Lantern War Journal, issue 5. Lots of DC this week. And we have Jay Garrick The Flash, issue 4. Then we have the return of Constantine, where we have John Constantine Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue 1. All right, so now we go on to those indie comics, and we have Scorched, issue 25. The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue 81. Phantom Road, issue 8. We have Damn Them All, issue 12. The last, I guess, story when it comes to the Black Hammer. This is Black Hammer, The End. This is issue 5. And oh my God, has it been a year since Savage Dragon has come out? We have Savage Dragon issue 267. 2 people are getting married here. Like, what the hell, dude? This was a good book. This next one, The Bloody Dozen, A Tale of Shrouded College, issue 2. I'm looking forward to this issue, man. That was a good one there. And that's it, guys. There are all the comic books that are getting ready to come out for the week of January 17th, 2023. Well, I should say my most anticipated noteworthy comics. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to know in the comments below what you're always looking forward to for that current comic book week. And if you love my content, guys, I'll leave you more content right here. In fact, this is the return of After the Poll, the video series where I review all the comic books for the current book week that I didn't review yet. So go ahead, check it out. And of course, guys, as always, support those local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting. And as always, remember, read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.